Hello and welcome to the subject of language teaching methods or special teaching methods. The first lecture is about fundamental concepts in the field of language teaching methods. We have first language, second language, foreign language, classical language, and difference between second language and foreign language. Let's talk about first language. What is first language? Number one, the first language is also known as mother tongue or maternal language. Point number two, it is one's native language. This is the language a person has learned from birth. Point number three, the language learned by children and passed from one generation to the next. Point number four, the language children speak the best and so is often the basis for socio-linguistic identity. That is, the first language of children is part of their personal, social and cultural identity. Point number five, sometimes there can be more than one mother tongue. For example, when the child's parents speak different languages, those children are usually called bilingual. Now we move on to the second language. Number one, it refers to a language other than the mother tongue that a person or community uses for public communication, especially in trade, higher education, and administration. 2. It also refers to a non-native language officially recognized and adopted in a multilingual country as a means of public communication as that of English language in India. 3. By contrast, a second language is any language that one speaks other than one's first language. Next, we have foreign language. A foreign language is a language indigenous to another country. Indigenous means local to that country, native to that country. It is a language that is studied mostly for cultural insight. 3. Some children learn more than one language from birth or from a very young age. They are called bilingual or multilingual. They are called bilingual or multilingual. 4. These children can be said to have 2, 3, or more mother tongues. Neither language is foreign to that child. 5. For example, a child learning English from her English father and Japanese at a school in Japan can speak both English and Japanese, but neither is a foreign language to her or him. Now we talk about classical language. The term classical is also liberally used in the sense of excellence in quality. 2. The concept of classicism had its origin in Europe. It means it started in Europe. And the number one point, excellence in quality. Classical means excellence in quality. 3. The term classical is derived from the Latin word classicus, which belongs to the 2nd century AD. 4. From Latin, it was adopted in French and later in English from French. There are 3 criteria for a language to be classical, at least 3 important criteria. One is the high antiquity of early texts, recorded history of over 1500 to 2000 years. B. The second is a body of ancient literature texts that is considered a valuable heritage by generations of speakers. C. The third criterion is that the literary tradition should be original and not borrowed from another speech community. Difference between second language and foreign language. A second language usually has official status or a recognized function within a country which a foreign language has not. The purpose of second language learning are often different from foreign language learning. 3. Second language is needed for full participation in the political, educational, and economic life of the nation. 4. Among the purposes of foreign language learning are traveling abroad, communication with native speakers, reading foreign literature, or scientific and technical works. Now it's time for questions. Explain the following terms briefly. First language, second language, foreign language, classical language. When I ask questions about explain the questions briefly, try to make your answer as short as possible. Question number 2. Write in detail what is difference between second language and foreign language. And when the question is about writing in detail, write all the points relevant to the question. Apart from this, we will have true and false questions as well, which is not mentioned here. Thank you and goodbye.